Welcome, everyone, to Soul Center Dharma Recovery meeting in Spokane, Washington, and on Zoom, so everywhere. It's incredible to see everyone today. So many people that I'm yet to know, and so many people I've gotten to know. It's really nice to be here with you. Um, so when I read what we were covering in the upcoming week, um, that said there is practice and there is waywardness. Um, I got caught on the word waywardness, not out of negativity, more out of curiosity, what was meant by that. And so I spent some time focusing on that. And I thought all the things that I hope to achieve and maintain and experience through practice. And so I have these words that I've used over the years. I've used, and other people, I didn't think of any of these myself. Other people gave them to me. Liberation, the idea that I'm getting free of something. Awakening, the idea that in some ways I'm asleep and I'm awakening. Realization, the idea that I don't understand something. Um, so I come to realize it. Actualization, the idea that something is not functioning or not fulfilled, and I actualize it. And enlightenment, the idea of letting go of everything that impedes me from me. And every one of the verbs and nouns I've used for these things have never described what is obtained by practice for me. I mean, it describes it, but it describes it distantly. Um, I came to Buddhism like most people with just a lot of preconceived notions. I think somewhere deep inside, I thought I would be by now, after so many years of doing it, that I'd be able to sit in the air, like cross my legs, and there'd be like this big cushion of air between me and the floor, and I'd be able to move stuff around in the air like Yoda. And nothing like that has ever happened. And maybe that's a good thing because I probably would have went straight to my ego. I would have made a great Sith Lord. And then I think of my addiction. And my addiction is many things. I could treat them like they're all separate addictions. A lot of people like to do that. But if I think of it like an octopus, and I love octopuses, so I hate using an octopus as a description, but each like little addiction's an arm on that octopus. So um, if my alcohol or my marijuana arm become weak, like my compulsive eating arm becomes weak, strong. And if I get that weak, then my compulsive lying arm gets stronger. Um, then there are other arms that I have the opposite of a lot of addictions. I'm not a gambler, but it's because I'm miserly. I'm very frugal, which is the some people would argue it's the same thing with just different manifestations, right? The idea that money's going to be able to help me do anything that I think it is, that there's any real security in it. I remember, and the job I have now is much less stressful, but there's still stress. But I remember being in a stressful job working with people and getting so high strung and all day looking forward to get home to drink my daily bottle of wine, which was consumed in less than an hour before my wife got home because I didn't want her to know I had an alcohol problem, as if you can hide that sort of thing very well. And yeah, I would remember drinking maybe the first 6 ounces in less than a minute, just a couple good swallows to kick it in, get the buzz going, and then drinking it slow to just kind of stretch that high out. And the absolute release and not caring. It almost sounds like a solution. Um, it caused me so many problems. I felt so much shame. I felt so much lack of control. I did so many dangerous things because I drank so much. Um, the only thing that separates me from people who've gone to prison from drinking and driving and terrible things happening is I was lucky. That's it. It's the only thing. And the same with food. I remember looking forward to every vacation, and every vacation sure was a plan of places maybe I was going to visit and things I was going to do, but mainly it was a list of things I was going to consume. Virtually every vacation. Um, Ireland wasn't so much that way. I was pretty heavy in the practice at this time, so I didn't focus on that as much. And other vacations, it was all, when am I going to eat while I'm in this country? When am I going to eat while I'm here? Well, I have these days off. What restaurants do I want to go to that I can go to by myself? I like using by myself a little more than I like using with other people. So I really wanted to hear something really simple and concise. So I listened to a Dr. Chunyi Taylor, and I'm probably mispronouncing her name because she has an O with umlauts over it. And I have no idea how to pronounce that, but I'm going to say Dr. Chunyi Taylor. She's a Tibetan Buddhist. He says simply that my addictions were a pattern, a habit, that they were harmful. That's how she looks at addiction. And she looks at addiction as a Buddhist and as a psychologist. And that's so simple to me. I almost want to rebel. And it was a pattern. Every day I drank. If I didn't drink, I felt incredibly unfulfilled. Like something that needed to happen did not happen. And I remember quitting, going through a whole year before that feeling even went away. Feeling like if I didn't eat excess foods, that something that was supposed to happen didn't happen. It's the grasping and craving of relief from the miseries in my life that I myself mostly created. So Dr. Chuni Taylor told me in the form of a YouTube video that to be kind to myself doesn't mean to get drunk or get high. It means to not judge myself. When things happen, just let go of them. Live in the moment and don't intensify it or make it worse. This brings me to something I've noticed for a long time in myself and I can see in others. And it's not like I'm looking for it in others to judge others. I just can very visibly see it. And I can very visibly see it in myself. So right now, I see it as there's a zombie infestation in the world, and there always has been. And I'm not talking literal zombies, actually. We're not in The Walking Dead, but I'm talking mindlessness, um, a lack of being present. And if I'm practicing awakening, then I may actually want to be awake. When I remember that it's time to be awake, sometimes I go to sleep, remind myself I'd be awake. Those drives where I go somewhere and all of a sudden I realize I had checked out and don't remember the last 3 or 4 minutes of my drive. I couldn't describe what had happened. Like, how did I get to this place? I was in, I was zombified. I was an autopilot. No reason to feel shame. It's something that many people do, but it is something good to recognize that it's not where I want to be. I want to be present for my life. Drugs always took me away from my body, my mind. If you want to say a soul, my soul. Alcohol always took me away. Food takes me away. Compulsive lying takes me away. They all take me away from even what is real, make me a zombie. Many Buddhists might say a hungry ghost resides in me. And here's where I come to very, very simple mantras and how they have helped me. Um, I use many of them when I have anxiety, when I feel a sense of, I won't call it depression, but a sense of desperation, like nothing can be done about something. And maybe nothing can be done about something. How do I live with that with grace and with power, doing what I can do? Live with it with grace and power as a Buddhist, as a person in recovery. A big one I used for years, and I do it often, is the dedication of merit because it is a dedication of merit. When I became angry with people, because I was a real anger junkie, I would say, may you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you be safe and protected. May you live with ease. Someone cuts me off in traffic. May you be happy and peaceful, right? I cut someone off accidentally. May we be happy and peaceful. Me for feeling the wrongness of what I'd done and wanting to beat myself up. And also for the other person knowing that they may be suffering. I sure hope they're not, but upset that I'd cut them off, right? May we be happy and peaceful. Pass me by, wave. They flip me off, continue waving. Be beautiful, right? Live life with grace and power, as Buddha would live life with grace and power, as someone with powerful recovery would live life with grace and power. A beautiful one written by a member of the Sangha, one day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile, using a quote from the 12 Steps program and using the title of a book by Thich Nhat Hanh. Be still and know that I am, I will use. And I will repeat them in my mind to break the habit, to break the pattern of the thoughts that are taking me away from awakening, realization, actualization, liberation, whatever we want to call it, and towards awakening and recovery. Because addiction thrives, excuse me, addiction thrives on me leaving myself unattended. And these things help me to stay attended. Um, it's a recognition that I'm not trying to gain something, but I'm trying to recognize something that's already there. The freedom, the awakening, the understanding, all these things are available to me when I practice. It's not something I'm attaining, it is something that I am recognizing in myself and in others. I have to have one statement. I'm aware that I use these and I don't use them as much as I could and have them still be useful. But I wonder if there's a point if I use them so much they're not useful anymore, where they become not skillful practices. And I don't know, but it's something for me to be aware of if I should ever find myself chanting 3 days on end without taking care of myself, I've probably gone past a point of the middle way the Buddha talks about not being extreme. And I'm not saying chant your whole life. I'm saying use it as a tool, a skillful tool. The same way we use mindful breathing, the same way we use mindful movement, same way we use the Dharma, the same way we live in a Sangha where we can all aid and assist each other. Skillful to live gracefully and powerfully. I'm just going to spend a very short time chanting because I spent a lot of time talking, but I wanted to talk about this in relation and how I've used my chants to help me. My chants. I feel like my speech impediment's going up, but that's fine too. Um, so I'm going to do the one did last week because I love simple ones in English. I think that works best for most people. So it's just be here now. I'm going to do it for about 2 minutes, and then we'll have 2 minutes of silence. Then we'll open the meeting. Be here now. 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 Take a couple minutes just to follow our breath. May we be happy and peaceful. May we be happy and peaceful. May we be healthy and strong. May we be safe and protected. May we live with ease.